It's time to take a look at my 2023 predictions, but first we're going to take a quick look back to my 2022 predictions and see if any of those came true. Number 1, I said Tascam would release a firmware update that would fix pretty much all the issues, and they did that. They had 2 really good releases last year, 1.20 and 1.30. Those releases fixed a myriad of issues that people had been clamoring for and got them in a very good spot, and we haven't heard anything since. Next, I said Neat would release a sub $200 dynamic microphone. I'm hoping that I can will it into existence. The next one I said, I thought Shure would make their own booster because it's a lucrative market, especially for their microphone. So I thought they might acquire a company or make their own booster. Depending on manufacturing cost, I figured they could pair the two together and try to keep the price similar to the $400 price point of the Shure SM7B. But it didn't happen. To continue my string of it didn't happen, I also thought that Zoom would make a new dynamic microphone that was XLR. Throughout 2022, they discounted the price of the Zoom ZDM1, which I believe to be a fantastic microphone, and I thought that would signal a new microphone inbound. Wrong. I was incorrect on that, so that didn't happen, unfortunately, but the Zoom ZDM1 is still a fantastic microphone. And lastly, I thought that there would be a small format Mixcast 4 or Rodecaster Pro type device. While I was correct, it didn't come from one of the companies I was hoping it would come from. Instead, it came from Mackie. They have a $349.99 price point, which I believe is way too high. So even though I'm correct, I still feel kind of wrong. So let's look ahead at my 2023 predictions. At number 5, I am carrying forward my Neat microphones dynamic dream. I'm keeping that alive. Just picture this gorgeous metal casing encompassing a dynamic microphone capsule made by Neat. I just think it's a slam dunk. I can almost envision something like the Elgato Wave DX, but just better as far as looks go. Anyway, and if they could keep it at sub $200 like they've done with the Neat King B2 and the Worker B2, slam dunk. Next, I want to see the implementation of Podcasting 2.0's live item tag. I want to see that made easier. Right now, I feel like you got to be a PhD in order to get some of the things working, but I don't want to jump through a ton of hoops. So if they could make that easier, if some company out there will make that process and set up so much easier, it would be fantastic. And I think that's going to happen in 2023. If I can just utilize that live item tag on Podcasting 2.0 compliant apps, and my community can see on their phone, oh, he's live right now. Oh, that'd be fantastic. Or if they could get a notification that I'm going live in X amount of minutes or an hours, fantastic. My third prediction for 2023, I believe that indie podcasters are going to be reinvigorated. There's no secret that in the United States, there's an economic downturn. And in these times, some of the big companies, they pull back. Whereas people like me, who are in a spare bedroom of our home, we can still go after our hobbies and pursue our passions. And we're not looking to make billions or millions. We're just happy to create content. That passion shines through in times like this when people aren't willing to pay for a lot of luxury type entertainment. They may find fun in our live streams or our podcasts. And I think that's going to really reinvigorate the market. Next, I think YouTube is finally going to unveil their podcasting efforts. They have been sniffing around industry conferences, talking to people in secret, of course. Well, nothing's ever secret though, is it? So I think in 2023, they unveil what they have cooking. And I'm telling you what, if they can make the podcasting audio only as good as some of their live stream video stuff, oh, it's going to be an interesting play by Google. And I cannot wait to see that unfold. Actually, another carry forward item is my top item. I think we are going to get another small format Rodecaster Pro 2 or Mixcast 4 type device. And I think it's going to come from a company that we may have been expecting the first go around. I don't know anything. I don't have any inside tips or anything like that. Just my gut feeling says that another device is coming, and it's going to be a smaller format version like these devices on my desk. I'm really looking for a 2-channel version of the Rodecaster Pro 2 or the Mixcast 4, still with the sound pads, onboard SD card recording, all the bells and whistles, but I want the price point to be sub $250, preferably if we could get that $200 price point, that would be perfection. I am very shocked we haven't seen it already from one of the major players in the podcast audio interface space. As I stated earlier, I felt like Mackie was an unlikely company to bring to market such a device. I think they got the price point wrong, just my personal opinion. I haven't used it yet, but if that price comes down, I would definitely try it out. But based on some of the reviews I've seen, it is just coming up a bit short. So if I could get a device in that size format with the onboard recording, a few more sound pads, switchable banks, latch, play, pause on the buttons, and just a little bit of onboard processing, oh, I think we would be in store for something special. Very surprised a company hasn't jumped all over that, because going head to head with the Rodecaster Pro 2 or the Mixcast 4, if you're taking that next tier down on a 4-channel, is really hard. So I think you're going to have to either go more channels like 6 or 8, or you'll have to go a lot less channels like 2 or 1. Play in the periphery, and then you can find your own niche in the space of podcast audio interfaces. However, what are your predictions for 2023? What do you want to see? What would be on your wish list? It could be software, it could be services, it could be hardware. I'll be curious to read your thoughts in the comments down below. As always, thank you